do you underwrite your MTRs as long-term rentals before you purchase them? For me, I'm someone that is a little bit less risk averse. So I'm like, I got to make sure that this pencils as a long-term rental first. And then I know I'll probably make, 10 times more with my co-living model, and same with you as your MTR model. So walk me through that process of you looking for properties and how you underwrite.
I'm okay taking, if I'm at a negative of, because it's hard to find a prop, just so everybody knows, like go online right now. It's hard to find properties that are hitting the 1% rule, like with the interest rates being the way they are. There's certain markets that everybody's going to right now that are investing there. So I'm in California. A lot of my properties are in California. I have some in Texas as well. If I'm negative $200 or $300 a month with long-term rental, I'm okay with that. Like I'm personally okay because the way I look at it is this is going to come back in whatever amount of time, and I'll make this much. I'll make this money back. In fact, in 10 years, I'll be able to probably make $700 or $800 on long-term rental rates. So not every investor does that. I'm not going to take more than a $300 loss on a property if I had to go back to long-term rental. But I always look at what my exits are. And do I have the ability to do co-living? Do I have the ability to midterm? Is the short-term rental have a cap on it yet? What are the individual room rentals looking like on specific things? And we talk co-living, and I think co-living is I think is another really important piece of the puzzle. Like that's my last potential exit before I have to go back into long-term. And I've had to pivot before, like we've had to do that before. So I personally am okay if a property doesn't hit long-term rental rates only by a couple $100. And that's even with 20% down. But yeah, any new investor that is coming into this space, I would say make sure you're buying in a place that has the ability to have, break even on your rent. And if you are able to make $100 or $50 or 25 even, at least you're not negative. And if you have the ability to absorb a negative $200 for whatever reason, if you had to go to that route for whatever reason, at least you're able to sustain it. Like you have to make sure that you have that ability. But I have more risk tolerance than most people, dude, to be honest with you. So
Yeah, I love that. I love that perspective. I'm slowly shifting there. I'm like, you know what? I know how much I can make through co-living, and even if it's a couple $100, it's not that big of a deal. So I actually do want to kind of go back and forth with MTR and co-living, since you are, I see you on Pad Split. Pad Split's a great company. Looks like you
yeah,
work with them quite a bit. And
yeah,
I'd love to
I have
kind
a
of, what's that? You have a couple Pad Splits.
yeah, yeah, I do.
Amazing. Okay, let's talk about that next because I do want to dive into that.
Sure.
First, I want to go over common questions or misconceptions people have limiting beliefs around MTRs. Guys, this is brand new. I think I heard you on a podcast. You're like, this is like the first inning of MTRs and people doing it the right way. Airbnb, maybe seventh, eighth inning.
Right.
So saturation, Jesse, it's so saturated. All this MTRs, everyone's trying to get travel nurses, blah, 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 blah. What do you say to that?
I say, yeah, if you're the 99% that is listing on Airbnb and VRBO, you're the only ones that are going to fill that. The 1% that's actually going out trying to build their own house on their own land, guess what? They're going to be around in 10 years, 15 years. That's how I look at it. I'm in San Francisco, dude. Have property in Los Angeles, in Houston, Texas, some of the most saturated markets on the planet. And guess what, dude? It doesn't bother me. Like we can be in these markets. But again, keep in mind, you guys, like I've been building this business for the last 9 years. So those relationships are there's long-term relationships that are going to pay you in dividends over the years. And I think that's where most people need to understand is it's a relationship-based game. Anything we're doing in real estate is involved with relationships, whether that's a contractor, whether that's your finance people, your private money lenders, whatever it is, it's all relationship-based. There's nothing different in this aspect. But the cool thing is that I can still work with the guy Michael over at AMN from 2015. I still know that dude now, man. Like I still connect with him now, 9 years later. So relationships are the new currency if you think about it on a deeper level. Like they truly, truly are. Like that's where the money's at in the relationship. It's not about making the $3,000 from that one booking, but then you don't nurture that relationship. Like that's a waste of time and energy. Like think about it in long durations, long term.
So good, because Michael's going to give you 20 grand over the course of, however long, but you're just focused on the 3 grand for the one time. And that's all you're focused on. You're going to get screwed in the long run. And I think I
100%.
posted this the other day, like with AI and with all these things, people are like, Jesse, why aren't you automating this and that and that and that? I'm like, yeah, there's some things I do definitely need to automate, especially as I get my like assistant and, expand my team. But there's also things that I just realize this I need to keep as a real human relationship. These are the relationships I'm actually fostering. I'm not automating relationships that I really care about and I want to, grow and expand. I don't know if you want to touch on that because I feel like we're on the same vibe there.
Yeah, I think again, I think a lot of people in real estate know about the relationships, but it's something that I feel if you don't pay attention to, because this is what I see happen a lot, and I'll just break it down super simple and transparent with you. I'll have people that reach out to me and be like, Jess, I just got a $10,000 booking from a insurance claim. Like, I'm super excited. They first wanted 7. I said my amount was 10. And I was like, cool. You just might have ruined a relationship. Like, they're thinking about just making that extra $2,000 a month rather than maybe only making, 4,000 or 2,000 or whatever it is. Instead, now they're making $5,000. But that's the last time they're ever going to get a claim from that operator ever, because they pushed their limits. They pushed it too far. They wanted to maximize the amount of income they can get, and they didn't think about the relationship and how am I able to serve more people and how can I help other investors that are in the space, because they're going to give me more leads later, which I can translate to you and anybody else in my community. So I think that, again, a lot of people just need to think about the longevity of, you might be able to take a little bit now, but that little bit's going to turn into a lot of bit over the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. So always have that in your mind when you're building something, especially in the midterm space. It's not just necessarily about today. It's how can I stretch out this relationship over time through service and servitude so that I can eventually build something that's credible, that even if I'm not here, they're still going to send referrals to us. And I think that's the way to think about building something substantial, because we all do it with customers, right? Yep. We want to make our customers happy. We want to do all those things. Same thing, man. It's same dynamic.